Is it recording in the correct orientation? Okay, so you want to talk on 11 meters. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. I know somebody's going to be mad. So you need to take both the covers off. You need to remove these screws here, top and bottom, and you're going to tilt the front of the screen forward, and I'll show you in a little bit. So now that we're actually into this radio here, we see it has no filters, which I kind of figured. The optional CW filter would go here, and then I think that one could be AM and CW. I'm not really sure actually. There's but this is normally how they are. This one's soldered in. That's your standard filter. I've heard people say that you remove this filter and get the one out of the ts830, or excuse me, 930, and it's wider. Hey Kevin, does that look familiar? The nasty wax, but it's not quite the same thing. This one is in pretty good shape. On mine, I've had to solder all the header pin connections on all of these boards over and over. But this thing looks to be in very good shape. And this is where I probably got a problem with my radio, is somewhere in right here. You get all of these damn stupid ass relays, and I don't even know if any of them are obtainable anymore, especially not that one. But on my radio, they took and soldered wires directly and removed connectors on a few different parts of the radio. But these are really bad trimmers too. They suck. They were trying to miniaturize stuff, but they suck. You got to be really careful when you're messing with them. But a lot of times, this whole board here, this is like, I think it's called the control board, and that board there has just got loads of issues. Every connector I wiggled, I could find a cold solder joint on every single one on my radio. So here it is. Locate IC 109, find diode 130, and cut it for all bin. Transmit if you just want Mars coverage. Locate IC 11 and IC 112 and snip diode 135 beside it. There are some other methods mentioned. And this one here shows you, okay, you can see, we're showing you where that unit is. You don't necessarily need to remove the entire thing, as long as you can get to this. So this board right here, they are saying here in this one, locate digital unit B, locate diode 130 next to IC 109 and carefully clip or remove. Locate diode 135 next to IC 112, carefully clip and remove. They want you to do both of them, but we're just going to do 130 because I don't think the other one's required. Because if you saw what the other thing said, it said you clip 135 if you just want Mars. You only want Martians? Go 135. If you want everything, clip 130. So 130 is going to be in this unit here, and you could probably pull this unit out if you really wanted to by unscrewing the screws that hold it in. But I do believe probably easier just to get to it like that. Now I need to get in here and make sure I know which one it is, but let me show you here in the manual that I'm looking at. So this is the digital B unit, and here's 109. D130 is right here, okay, and 135 would be like somewhere really close to there, right there. But I would just go with the D130 right here. So that's what we're going to do. So just really careful with a pair of pliers like that. Just get in there. Let me see if I can show you. See? And if we really had to, we could put it back in there. So see where my finger is? As you're looking down in here, it's right there. So we're good to go. Before we get too carried away, we're on the dummy load. Let's go see. I've got it turned down to low power, but we go high power. 90 watts or so. But that's what this radio does on all. We're on 27074 just because I was on FT8 frequency earlier. And I just dropped it down 1 megahertz step with that. So we will put the thing back together. I've got one screw here, cover, and my friend can come pick his radio up and it'll be on frequency. And if he needs to use it in an emergency, it'll work. So there's nothing that says that you can't use this in the event of an emergency. So, and the thing is, it's your choice, it's your radio. It should be your right to decide whether or not it operates where. It's your responsibility to be doing the right thing. And, you know, I would rather have people using radios like this on 11 meters than getting on 7200 without a license on ham radios. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody really does, and the thing is, but I like most of my radios to be unlocked just for testing purposes. I don't talk on CB. I do enjoy listening because it's kind of chaotic and fun to listen to sometimes. But there's nothing on there for me like to where I need to talk. But certain radios, you can't listen there if it's not unlocked, like these export radios, which is kind of a bummer. But this one would have already listened there. But the thing is, my friend doesn't have his license yet, and he's highly knowledgeable and probably knows more than most hams. But if he wants it unlocked in case there's an emergency, what good does this radio do because that's the only reason he wants this radio. It's a simple radio that you plug in, everything is all shack in the box, hook up an antenna if the crap hits the fan, you know. So that was what it was purchased for. It's a prepper radio. So there you go, guys. Let me flip it around and get it done, and I'll do one last test just to show you. Oh damn. So I did not pause this thing, which sucks because I don't really want to go back and edit this video. There's not a lot to it, but I just spent a whole lot of time talking when I wasn't recording, which means I spent a whole lot of time recording when I wasn't talking. Anyway, when you mess with this thing, make sure you undo this, which is like for the voice recorder, before you flip the face down, because it's really, really important you don't yank that. Here's another optional thing, and yes, they really seriously did use bread twist ties in these radios. Now, one thing that I do is I wire the fans in series, 12 volt fans in series, and I put them on the 24 volt line here. And what it does is it stops any kind of spike or surge from happening on here that is responsible for taking out the pass transistors. And when the pass transistors spike and get taken out, 50 volts gets dumped into here, and that's what takes out the finals in these. So it's a known problem, and it does happen from time to time. So you'll see some radios have been converted to Phoenix Contacts Quint power supply, they call it, and it's a switcher, and it fits in the place of that, and it does away with a lot of stuff, and I think a lot of the AVR board. In my opinion, it's just not really worth it. Buy one, use it. If it blows up, throw it away. They're very old, and you can always find another one. They made tons of them. So, catch you guys later.